Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. It's Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday. We'll figure out what day it is because Casey's posting a bunch of first birthday party. It's not Alyssa's first birthday party, but her first swim party. Today is Sunday, June the 2nd, and it is only 11 days until my birthday, so whatever you were going to get me special, you better get it, you better get it headed this way. Just kidding. Anyway, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. If you're watching this with us live, hey, hello, and I would love to say hi to you. And if you're new, if it's the first time that you've been here with us, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, still say hi. We will say hi back to you. If you're watching it later on Facebook, hello, Lacey. And if you don't want to see all the hi hellos, just skip on over to about 10 minutes, and we'll be pretty much wrapped up by then with the highs and hellos anyway. And hello, Carol Lou, and hello, Renee. So it's June. Can you believe it? Hello, my Christy. It is June. And along with June in East Tennessee comes summer colds. Hello, Claudie. And Alyssa loves to share, and so she was kind enough to share her cold with Papa and I. Hello, Betty, and hello, Popsicle. Oh, Popsicle. What I'm drinking out of today. Anyway, hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Yes. And so anyway, Alyssa has shared her cold with us. Hello, Rosie. And Rosie, look, I did my nails today too because I was jealous. And hello, Mary. Hello, Jamie. Oh, Jamie, yep, you do need to rejoin, but you can join with us right now. Yeah, and hello, Deborah. Oh, Debbie, and Debbie, it's Debbie's first time live, so everybody tell Debbie hello and welcome. And hello, Sandy from northeastern Kansas. Yeah, but anyway, so I apologize for the stuffiness, and I'm hoping that I don't have to use these. I have my, hello, Kathy, I have my handy dandy cough drop ready. Hello, Joyce. And my tissues. So hello, Roberta. Hopefully I don't have to resort to that tonight. Really don't want to put the cough drop in my mouth. Really don't, because we have something special coming up for the second half of the chat, and really don't want my mouth to taste like a cough drop. And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. It was so nice to meet you. So everybody, Barbara came by to see me, and it was so sweet. And she actually stayed for, for a few minutes so that I could take her around and show her everything. And hello, Kim from Canada. You can come by. So just know if I'm already with a customer that it may, take me a minute to get to you. Oh, hello, Reza. Is it Reza from Alabama? And it's Reza's first time watching us live. So everybody welcome her. It's R-E-S-A. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you, Kathy. We already do feel better. And hello, Vicky from Poth, Texas. Oh, and thank you. I just got it done. Yes, hello, Lynn. And hello, Mary. Hello, Star. Star is waving at us. So Rosie wants to know if we're going to be doing a workout. Hello, Carla. So the last time we had this chat, or it was a similar chat about a year, it's been probably close to a year ago, Casey made up a little game where, oh wait, let's see. Oh, my Christy wants to know if Casey and I can do a video on the nails in our spare time. Sure. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. And hello, Marianne. Yeah, sure. In our spare time, we can. No, actually, we are setting up the test kitchen to be able to do more videos. And Casey's got her little booktube area set up, so we should be able to do that really soon. And let's see. Hello, Trish from Cloudy again, California. Y'all need to send some of it this way. We are like dry as a bone. Dry. Yep. And hello, Sherry from Connecticut. And hello, Irma. And Sandra, thank you. Yeah, so I switched to pink this week. Oh, but the chat we were talking about, though, was Casey made up a game. So every time if I played with, and it is still here, and hello, Carla, it is still here. If I played with the paper clip, y'all had to do like squats or something. And if I got distracted, we had to do something else. Y'all were worn out by the end of it, worn out. So we're not going to do that this time. But this time I have math for you to do. So if you don't already have it, you are going to need a writing instrument of your choice, a piece of paper, and maybe a calculator. Like, I had to have a calculator just because of my age, but anybody who's over 20, you're going to need all of those items. And if you're 20 or under, then you can just hang out and listen to what's getting ready to happen, when you go over 20. Yeah, so, and thank you again, Barbara, for coming by and meeting us. It was so wonderful to see you. Okay, so let me think, what's going on besides the cold? So, oh, I did finally find these. Have not tried them yet. So we will try this during one of the Egg Lady Labs. I did finally find, and thank you, I don't remember who gave me the heads up that I was looking for the wrong thing. It's the Fiber One 70 calories. So you have to find the ones that are the 70 calorie. These are the ones that are 2 smart points each. And I did find at Kroger here in Knoxville, I found the lemon flavor, and then I also found the brownie flavor. And I had to buy the huge box of the brownie because apparently word has gotten out about them being, hey Jennifer, and aloha Kathy, apparently word has gotten out about how These are only 2 points when it is, yeah, and Kathy's, or Rosie's 52, and she sparkles. But apparently word's gotten out about these because the chocolate in this size was already sold out. Okay, so Casey and I will be trying these in the showroom later this week. We're not going to try them tonight because we have a whole bunch of other stuff to try. So, and again, I may be sipping on my water a lot just because of the cold that Alyssa was so sweet to share with us. She's already better, so I'm hoping that that means that we only have a day or two of this left. But y'all know kids, bounce back a lot quicker than we do. Anyway, so I did find those. Gonna try not to, choke to death at all tonight. But I hope everybody had an awesome week. And does anybody remember what our chat was about last week? Anybody? Y'all were pretty good on your homework. Pretty good. Those of you who did it did a bang up job. So bravo to you. Yeah, and Laura, you have to look for the ones that are 70 calories. Hello, Connie. You have to look for the ones that are 70 calories. Yeah, I know, Barbara. I've been drinking hot tea like crazy. And yes, Lynn, thank you for the heads up on that, Lynn. I did find them. The 70 calories, and when you scan them, they scan 4 points. So I had to go through because I was like, all right, I know this is the one. So I went through and put all the information in there, and they scanned. Not scanned. It comes up to 2. So anyway, we'll be trying these. I did not look to see if they are any less in weight. So, hey, Cheryl's going to have to watch us, oh no, on YouTube later because she's prepping for a colonoscopy. Oh no. Well, good luck with that. And hope everything comes out okay. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Hello, Andrea. Okay, so Fiber One, we'll try those later. Last week, we were talking about when to take a weight loss break and that it's okay to take a weight loss break. So who sat your bottom in a chair last week? So who sat your bottom in a chair at a physical workshop last week? Give me a thumbs up if you did that. Hello, Janet. Give me a thumbs up if you did that. And Casey, you can't keep posting stuff in your Nailed It group while we're having our chat because those notifications are coming down. Anyway, hey, Janet. Janet's a newbie. Everybody tell Janet hi. Say hello, Janet. We are so glad that you're here. But who sat your bottom in a chair last week? Give me a thumbs up. Who attended with us here last week? Give me a heart. And if you did both, let's see some hearts. If you did both, if you sat your bottom in a chair, or if you did, or if you did both. And Lacey missed it because she was camping. You are forgiven over camping. Yeah, so lots of thumbs ups, lots of hearts. Hi, Jackie. Yep. Okay, yeah, lots of you. So bravo stickers to those of you who attended a physical workshop or who attended with us here last week, or both. So last week we talked about taking a break, when it's okay to take a weight loss break. So remember, we were talking about just taking a break. We were not talking about stopping. We were not talking about giving up. We talked about short term, middle term, like midterm, and then long-term reasons to take a break. And obviously, if you have gotten to goal, you've got some decisions to make because you are now on a long-term weight loss break. Yeah. And hello, Kathy from Iowa. But you are now on a long-term weight loss break because your goal now, if you're on maintenance, is no longer to lose weight. It's to maintain your weight. So got lots of comments. Several of you did your homework. Again, the ones of you who did your homework, big bravo stickers because you all did a great job. You named it, what it was going to be, what it was for, if it was for a vacation, if it was, and Kim says taking a break makes her anxious, then Kim, you just need to plan ahead. I'm not saying you need to take a break, but you need to plan ahead so that you know what you're going to do if that time comes up, and I keep bringing up the same things, like they're bad things, but usually when it's a bad surprise, something like somebody's going to the hospital, like this, colonoscopy, even though it's not a surprise, she needs to get ready for that because she's going to have a couple of days where she's not going to feel like focusing on weight loss. She's just not going to feel like it. So, hello, Evie. A short break, taking a short weight loss break it can be one day. It could be a day. It could be 3 days. It could be 5 days, a week. We're hopefully going to be going to Disney again in July. So I will be taking a weight loss break then. That does not mean that I'm stopping all efforts, that I'm not coming back. So bravo to those of you who named it, who named what your break was going to be. And for some of you, it was a vacation. For some of you, hello, Sandy. For some of you, it was life. Just life was, happening. So I've been on a weight loss break for the last 2 months with my dad and with moving our company. And it's okay to take a break, but you need to be prepared for it. You got to get yourself ready. So bravo to those of you who did your homework. Good job. Good job, everybody. If you didn't do your homework or if you didn't watch last week, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Did I miss Kathleen? Hello. But it's going to happen at some point. You are going to need to take a break. And the break doesn't mean a free-for-all. It doesn't mean go ahead and just eat whatever you want to. It means that either you're doing it to, kind of give yourself a rest, so because, your body gets used to this. It gets used to being the same weight, to kind of give yourself a rest for that. Or if something's going on in your life where you can't focus on weight loss right now, one of those times in your life when you're just, hanging on for dear life and you're saying, gosh, if I could just come out of this without gaining weight or without gaining more than, X number of pounds, that would be awesome. But you need to name it and you need to decide when it's going to end. When does it start and when does it end? So those of you who did it for Memorial Day, so like if Memorial Day, was when you were going to take a break, did Memorial Day end on Monday? Did that end on, did it end last week on Monday? Did it wander over into Tuesday because maybe you don't weigh in until Tuesday or Wednesday? Did it wander over into the next week? Just because you didn't set a time. So you have to set an end date too, an end time too. Okay, so that was last week's. If you didn't watch it, I hope you will go back and watch it. You can watch it on youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, and you will find it. Don't forget, if you're watching this later on YouTube, please do one of the things over here. So I think up top is to watch the next video, and down here is to subscribe. Please, please, please. Please. Wait, please? Anyway, is to subscribe, and then there's also a link for the spread shirt, which you all have asked about those shirts. Today I do not have on a spread shirt. We are getting excited about heading to Disney, hopefully again in 40-something days, so I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt, my my Galactic Nights shirt. But anyway, hey, Orlando Debbie, and Orlando Debbie knows all about this. So anyway, so decided to wear that shirt to get excited, to kind of try and get excited about that. We have been watching Disney shows, like the actual shows, for the last couple of days, because it's just going to be me, John, and Alyssa. Parents are not coming. Yay. Anyway, okay, so that was to take a break. Please go back and watch it, and please, please, please plan ahead. Make an emergency plan. If you don't do anything else, just make an emergency plan in case something comes up. Okay, this week, we are talking about our topic this week, and let's see, what was last week? Oh, yeah. I didn't make last week, so I had already forgotten about the recipe. So this week, our topic was getting stronger, get stronger. And getting stronger, I know we talk about exercise a lot, but do you know why? Because it's important. Even if you can't, hello Loretta, even if you are not able to walk 10,000 steps or to do deadlift squats or to do, whatever, 30 minutes in a row of water yoga, what would that be? Water aerobics. You still need to be doing some kind of exercise, something more than what you did before. So whatever you could do yesterday, do a little bit more today and a little bit more the next day and a little bit more the next day. And I'm getting ready to tell you why. First, let me show you the recipe from this week. It's called Trio of Peas. I don't know, it's just 3 different kinds of peas, but it's kind of intriguing, so I may actually try this one. Hold on. Orlando Debbie has a job. Yay! I'm so excited for you. I meant to check on you this week. And life happened, but yay, I'm so excited. You can tell us all about it in July. Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, so get stronger. I'm going to read a little bit of this to you, and then I'm going to give you some shocking news. Hello, Susie. Okay, get stronger. Strength training isn't just pumping iron. Any activity where we're tensing our muscles or working with resistance counts. Ab crunches, toting groceries, walking in a pool. Paired with aerobic activity, strength training improves heart and lung fitness and blood sugar levels and lowers blood sugar. So if you're having any trouble with blood sugar, this can also help with that. And we know that with John's dad, when he's active, his sugar is lower than when he's not. Even if he has or hasn't taken his insulin. And let's see, and stronger muscles burn more calories even when you're at rest. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. This is why I said you'll need a writing utensil and some paper. But for all those reasons, strength training earns more fit points values than any other activity. So I don't know if you've checked. If you go to your app, And then if you go to activity, so if you're online only, or if you are digital, if you're digital only, or if you're doing eTools, you can get into this. And so if you go to activity and if you search the activity, if you do, like, for example, squats with weights, for 15 minutes, you get 3 fit points for squatting with weights for 15 minutes. Or if you do weightlifting, again, 15 minutes, it's 3. If instead you go, and I'm just typing in here in the search bar under activity, if instead you do walking, which walking, is my preferred, method of exercise, but walking, even high intensity walking for 15 minutes is only 2 fit points. And the reason is, the more muscles you build, so the more of your weight is muscles, the more calories you're burning when you're resting. And we will talk about that again here in just a second. So some of the myths and facts they had from this week. Myth: aerobic activity alone is best for calorie burning. The fact is that pairing aerobics with strength training, hello Vanessa, is better, because the muscles are still burning calories even when you're not doing anything. So even when you're being a couch potato or you're asleep, hello Stacy, they're still burning something. Myth: I have to join a gym or buy expensive equipment. Not true. Not true at all. Your body weight, you have I didn't get one out, but your body weight, and again, I'll just show you here, on our island. So this is just my weight. Hello Sylvia. So I'm doing some, presses, and I'm just using my body weight. You do not have to have expensive weights. You can use bottles of water. You can use a jug of milk. If you have an empty jug, you can refill it. You don't want to keep a jug of milk out too long. But if you have an empty one, you can refill it with water, and use that for some strength training. Hello Inez. And cans, like soup cans, or cans of beans or things like that. A lot of those weigh a pound or close to a pound, and you can use those as your weight. So you don't have to spend money on expensive equipment. And again, your body weight is great. You don't have to join a gym. A gym is great if you've got one, but you don't have to. You never have to leave your house if you don't want to. Myth: strength training will make me look like the Hulk. Not true. Not true unless you're lifting heavy weights. So lighter weights, like the can of soup, and more repetitions, it's going to build muscles, but it's not going to bulk you up, so you're not going to look like the Hulk. So things that you can do. We'll talk about things that you can do here in just a second, because I want to give you 2 pieces of disturbing news. The first piece of disturbing news does not involve the math, and this is not food, but this is kind of the relative size. So I didn't have anything else that was, kind of this size, so y'all get to see what I wash my face with every night. But this and this are just about the right proportion for this being a pound of muscle. For this being a pound of muscle. Oh, and Lacey, no, strength training does not make you gain weight, and we'll talk about that in just a second. That's a great question. That is a great question. It does not make you gain weight. If anything, it helps you lose weight because you're increasing your muscle mass, which is smaller. So this is about the size of a pound of muscle. This is about the size of a pound of fat. So you can see what the difference is. So if you're replacing a pound of fat with a pound of muscle by doing your strength training, then you're not gaining weight, because it's a pound for a pound. So, like a pound of lead would be tiny, but a pound of feathers would be huge. Kind of get that, and it is good. And Loretta's right, it is good for osteoporosis. It's good for so many things. But just think about it. So if this is a pound of muscle, this would be, this big, a pound of muscle. If it was a pound of fat, though, it would be this big. I mean, look how much more of my arm that takes up. So replacing pound for pound, one pound, replacing it with 1 pound of fat, replacing it with 1 pound of muscle, look how much smaller that is. So if you're going to start working out, please do me a favor. Don't weigh yourself and say, hey, the day that I started working out, I weighed X. That's not going to make any difference, because you're going to try and trade a pound for a pound. So your weight isn't going to change a whole lot. It should start to go down, but it's not like you're going to say, I went from, I don't know, I'm making up a number, 190 to 170. But what you are going to see, though, is when you trade this pound for this pound, it's going to get smaller. Like, you're going to get smaller and you're going to get more dense. Yeah, and Lynn, that's exactly right. A pound of popcorn kernels compared to a pound of popped popcorn. And excuse me, and I wish I had that visual that I could give you all. Maybe I'll try to do that. But I can't even imagine how big a pound of popcorn, of popped popcorn is. A pound of it. But so when you trade this out, how much more condensed it's going to be. So, and I can tell you from not being able to work out the last 2 months, you know, with my dad and with us moving and everything, I've got some places where we have swapped back, you know, like down here, I've swapped back to this. So definitely take your measurements. So take, you know, take even up here, you know, take some measurements, you know, your arms around your, up here, your waist, your hips, maybe your legs, you know, your thighs, but get some good measurements, because you're going to be shocked how much this going down to this might not change your weight at all. The first year that Karen and I walked together, I don't think either one of us lost more than 5 pounds that whole summer, but we both went down 2 jean sizes. So I could care less what the scale says. I mean, I know we all end up focusing on the scale at some point, but I could have cared less what the scale said. I was down 2 jean sizes that summer. So just remember, a pound of fat, a pound of muscle. You want this pound of muscle. Okay, now here's the disturbing news. Okay, is there anybody here that is 20 years old or younger? So is there anybody with us? Raise your hand, give me a thumbs up, something. If you are 20 years old or younger. Let's see if there's anybody here that's that young. Anybody? I know several of you all that are here and you're not 20 years or younger. Ooh. Who is a thumbs up? Who's 20 or younger? I'm just curious who you are. So, okay, if you are 20 years old or younger, which I haven't seen any names yet, I've seen a couple of thumbs ups, and like Loretta's like me, I wish. It's okay, anybody that's 20 years old or younger, you don't need to leave the room, but you don't have to do the math yet. You just need to listen. You just need to listen to what I'm getting ready to say. Okay, the rest of you, if you're over 20, you need to go ahead and get out your writing utensil and your piece of paper, because I'm getting ready to give you some shocking math. And good, we have plenty of time to do our math. Okay, so everybody on your piece of paper with your writing utensil, write down what your current age is today. So today, I'm still 51. So I only had to write down 51 on my piece of paper. Excuse me. Everybody got that? Everybody wrote down, everybody knows how old you are, right? If you don't know how old you are, phone a friend real quick, text somebody, text your kids, or write down your age. Okay? And then subtract 20. So my piece of paper says 51 minus 20, and then the total for me is 31. Is everybody with me so far? Let's see some thumbs ups if you're with me. Either you all are doing some really, really hard math, or I've just scared you to death, or something. And yes, Barbara, my birthday is this month. My birthday's in, what's today, this second? My birthday's in 11 days. Okay, so mine was 51, because I'm not 52 yet, minus 20. Okay, good, got lots of thumbs ups. Okay, so your age, then subtract 20 from that. So mine is, for me, is 51 minus 20 is 31. So like if you were 40, it would be 40 minus 20 is 20. Or if you're 45, it would be 45 minus 20 is 25. Okay, so everybody's got that. Now divide that number by 2. Okay, this is where the math starts getting complicated. Ha ha ha. So divide that number by 2. And it may not be, oh, almost happy birthday, Barbara. And it may not be an exact, like mine divided by 2. So mine, 51 minus 20 is 31. Divided by 2 is 15.5. But I went ahead and rounded up to 16. So your age minus 20 divided by 2. So hopefully everybody's there. Okay, so my number is 16. So what does the 16 for me mean? What does your number that you have right now mean? And there's another step to this, so don't wander off yet. Don't start watching cartoons yet, or or go get on some other YouTube video just yet. Okay, so everybody's got their number, right? And my number is 16. Okay, once you pass 20 years old, it's statistically you are going to lose a half a pound of muscle every single year past age 20. So I have 31 years that are past age 20, and then divided by 2, so that's a half a pound. So my number's 16. So that means if I haven't done something about it, so if I haven't been intentional, if I have not been intentional from the time I was 20, if I have not been intentional about making sure that I'm working out, that I'm getting, building up my muscles, whatever, then that means that statistically I have lost 16 pounds of muscle, 16 pounds of muscle since I was 20. Well, I haven't lost 16 pounds. Okay, so it's, Betty, it is your age minus 20 divided by 2. Whatever that number is. So like mine is 16, Loretta's is 20, Lynn's is 24, Sherry's is 22. So that's how many muscles, that's how many pounds in muscle you have potentially lost from the time that you were 20. Okay, well, I haven't lost 16 pounds. So that 16 pounds, that means it's fat, right? So instead of being muscle, it's fat now. Okay, then here's the part that's shocking. So everybody sit down. 1 pound of muscle, just a pound of muscle, burns 35 calories a day doing nothing. So sleeping, sitting in the car, riding the bus, taking a nap, that's still sleeping. But anyway, so 35 calories a day, in muscle is what muscle would have burned. So if you take that number, so again, mine was 16 times 35, that's 542.5 calories a day that my body would have been burning on its own without any intervention from me. 540 calories a day? What? So suddenly, I'm very interested in taking the 16 of these that I've lost since I was 20 and making it 16 of these, because that's 542 calories a day that my body would burn for doing nothing other than having muscles. So, when people say, oh, I don't know, do I really want to do, do I really want to work out? Do I really want to whatever? And again, you don't have to go to a gym. You can do some easy things. You can use your own body weight. Does anybody else now think that building up some muscle is suddenly like high on your priority list? Very high. Okay, so ways that you can build up some muscle. They do have some examples in our weekly, try a new strength activity one day this week, pick a active routine and do the app, do push-ups off the kitchen counter. So that, yeah, Sandy, 980. It's insane. So this is what they're talking about, push-ups off the counter. Just make sure that it's something that's not going to move. I mean, our island is heavy enough, it's not going to move. So, I can do this. So after this revelation, I have spent all day doing doing squats. And I'll tell you, I've been doing them every time a commercial's come on, every time I've been in the middle of entering an estimate for somebody, I have stopped and done some squats. And I have done so many squats that my legs are sore again. So had I not been doing my squats, so suddenly that's very much higher on my list. Loretta's been doing weights 3 times a week per her doctor. Good doctor. So that is why on our fit points, that I know Lynn's 840, that's why on our fit points, why suddenly strength training, it doesn't have to, again, it doesn't have to be at a gym, doesn't have to be professional, why it's higher. So one thing that you can do, let me get back to my day, so when you're on your day, oh, whoops, have to be over here. So when you're back on your day, where food is, if you'll scroll down to where it says get active, there is on the lower intensity. So if you've never done anything strength training wise and you don't know what to do, and Bonnie says, quick, I've got to go push something. Yeah, you do. You really do. So on the lower intensity, so if you've never done anything, do this one. Start getting stronger. And that one only lasts for 12 minutes. And let's just listen to a little bit about it. So the guy's very...
community.
Can y'all hear that?
Welcome to your workouts. My name is Kenta. I will be your trainer today.
So Kenta is our trainer today. Let's skip ahead a little bit.
A mantra is a fitness. And then we're going to repeat each circuit. One, top knee up into your chest, and then switch. We're going to do this for 20 seconds.
So one of the things he's having you do is just to lift your knees, to do that, because you can make muscles faster, in this area. But anyway, so you can go to your A Active and you can do something like that. And there's lots of exercises on YouTube that you can do. I'm just saying, you need to get stronger. So your homework for this week is to pick something, anything that is strength training, whether it's the countertop push-ups, whether it's squatting, if you're just going to squat during commercials, if you're going to take soup cans and do this, anything for some strength training. All of us that are over 20, we've got to make up some, for some lost time. So that is your homework for this week. That is your homework for this week. Oh, and Carol didn't even know that was there. Yeah, and it has light intensity, medium or moderate intensity, and then high intensity. And I'm pretty sure that Kenta is the instructor on all of them. So I don't know why he says, my name is Kenta, I'm going to be your instructor today. I don't know that there's any other choice. I've only ever heard him. Anyway, so that's your homework for this week. So don't forget to tag me. If you are doing this on Instagram, tag at IfYouHaveAnEgg. And if you're on Instagram, pretty please go ahead and go follow at IfYouHaveAnEgg. Casey and I have partnered with one of her friends who is a graphic designer. She is going to be helping us to make it so that I can get the recipes processed and up more quickly, because I get so distracted with everything else that it takes me like a month to get a recipe up. And I probably have 60 recipes to get posted. So in order to be able to use the swipe up feature on Instagram, we have to get to 10,000 followers. And I think we're at 57 something right now. Hello, Tag. So anyway, that's Instagram. So just tag me on that if you're doing your homework, or if you're on Facebook and on here on the page, then do, Sherry says cans for my flapping arms. If you're here on the page, just tag If You Have an Egg and I'll get it. Or if you're in our closed Facebook group, tag Kelly Green Milligan at Kelly Green Milligan, and it'll pop me up before you even get to through the green. And if it's on Connect, tag at Scrap and Stamp 2, and I will be sure and give you your Bravo stickers. Okay, so we're going to take just a 2-second break so that I can get something to drink. Let's see. Oh, and Carol Lou just scrolled through and saw where you can connect to Siri for shortcuts. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Okay. So those of you who just came for the classroom portion, you are dismissed. And everyone who was here also for the fluff, I'll be right back. Let me go grab a sip of something and I'll be right back. And this part's going to be fun. Hopefully if everything didn't melt. Okay. And we're back. So this is part 2, and I forgot to say what chat number this was in the beginning. I think it's chat number, I don't know, let me look, 125 maybe? Let's look real quick. This is chat number, and of course Casey's going to have to edit this out because I'm babbling right now. This is chat number 125, yeah, and it was called Get Stronger. So this has nothing to do, and thank you Sandra, and thank you Barbara, this has nothing to do with getting stronger, but it is that time of year when it's June 2nd. It's hot outside. It's been hot here in East Tennessee for over a week. It has been devastatingly dry almost. I know a lot of y'all have way too much rain, but we have had like none in the past couple of weeks. So it's that time of year when I take one for the team and we do an ice cream tasting. So I have 6 kinds of lower point ice cream here that, again, I'm going to take one for the team and I'm going to test for you all. I did go to Kroger, so don't know if they have all of these brands at your grocery store, and if they don't, so sorry. You'll just have to see if that brand has a grocery store finder, a location finder, so that you can find them. But I did get these at Kroger, so one of the brands I know for sure is specifically Kroger. So if you don't have a Kroger, and I don't know if the other Kroger brand stores like Meijer, I don't know if they're going to have this one or not. But this one, we're going to start with this one just because I randomly picked it up. This is Breyer's Delights, and it is 310 calories per pint. So apparently the people at Breyers think that we're going to eat the whole thing. It could happen. It could happen. So this one is vanilla cupcake, and it is for 2/3 of a cup. All the rest of these, I think, are a half of a cup serving. Breyers, for some reason, listed it as 2/3 of a cup. And this is a regular ice cream scoop. Regular ice cream scoop. This is 1/4 of a cup. So for all the rest of these that are a half a cup for a serving, it would be two of these. It would be two of these scoops. I recommend that you invest in an ice cream scoop. They're not expensive, but it does help to portion, and obviously it helps to get the ice cream out. So, but this one I just got at, I don't know, probably Bed Bath & Beyond or something, and you just scoop and do that. I will say all of the brands that we are trying tonight have been sitting out during the entire chat, because ice cream, lower point ice cream like this usually has to soften up a little bit before you can scoop it. So these have been sitting out now for 35 minutes. This is the Breyers vanilla cupcake for 2/3 of a cup. It is 5 smart points. You can see it is very nice and soft. So if I stirred all that together, that would be a nice ice cream consistency. But let us try this one. It does in fact taste like a vanilla cupcake, and it has some little sprinkles in it. So that one is for 2/3 of a cup. It is 4 points for the entire pint. So for this whole thing, it is 12 points. 12 points. Okay, the next one, Halo Top, is a favorite of mine. So this one used to be really hard to find. It's actually been on sale a few times here in Knoxville, but this one is a seasonal flavor that I wanted to try. It's strawberry cheesecake, and for a half of a cup, which again, remember, this, let's see, oh, Loretta says we need a class on serving sizes for meals. I think you said that before, and that's still a good one. It's still a really good one. And we are starting to develop our class list. So remember, if y'all help me get to 10,000 subscribers on Instagram so that we can swipe up for recipes and I can stop messing around with that, you wouldn't believe how much time that's going to save. So please help me get there. But this is 1/4 of a cup. So it would be 2 of these, would be a half of a cup. But this is the Halo Top. This is a seasonal flavor, and it's called strawberry cheesecake. It is, when it says guilt-free zone on the top. So this one is, a half a cup is 4 smart points. The whole pint is 14. So again, it's been sitting out for 37 minutes, and pretty good and melty. Doesn't seem like it's going to be as creamy as the Breyers, but let's see what it tastes like. Ooh. Oh, it's strawberry cheesecake. That's really good. It does, in fact, taste like strawberry cheesecake. Very good. This one is the one that I said is Kroger. So I don't know if other stores in the Kroger chain, like Meijer and Fred Meyer, I don't know if they carry the Simple Truth as well. I don't know, y'all have to tell me. But this one, I had a different flavor in my hand, and I started to walk away, and I thought, I haven't seen one in this bright green color before. It is key lime pie. So I'm really excited, and I'm going to be really disappointed if this is not good. But so this is Simple Truth low cal light ice cream. This was, I believe, the least expensive of the flavors that I purchased. This one is a half a cup is 3 smart points. So 2 of these, a half a cup is only 3 smart points instead of 4, like we've seen so far. Okay, this one, this is classified as ice cream, right? Yeah, ice cream. Okay, this one, still pretty frozen. It's still pretty frozen. That's really weird, because the first 2 were very soft and creamy. So, okay, so the low cal is definitely going to need to sit out a little bit longer than the others. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just be back. Oh my gosh, that's good. If you like key lime, I know what I'm having for dessert tonight. Oh my gosh, if you like key lime pie, that does taste like key lime pie. But it's the Simple Truth Low Cal Light Ice Cream, key lime pie flavored. A half a cup is 3. This whole pint is only 11. And Lacey's back is only 11. Which I know there are some people right now going, 11 smart points, that's a lot. Okay, how much would a pint of Ben & Jerry's be? Probably 35. Probably 35. This is, oh, man, that's good. And 11, yeah, 11 smart points for the whole thing. Okay, if Popcorn Karen is here, she would be proud of me for getting this. This is Enlightened, the good for you ice cream, 100 calories per serving. Oh, and Lynn likes the low cal better than the Halo Top. Very good. This one is brownies and cookie dough. And it says more protein, less sugar. Yeah, and Barbara says, I've got to get that for my birthday. Yes, you do, Barbara. And Barbara, I got it at the Kroger in Bearden. So I'm assuming, oh yeah. And yeah, in Orlando, Debbie says, how much would one slice of key lime pie be? What would it be? 26 points probably, depending on the size of the slice. But this is the Enlightened, and this is the one Popcorn Karen prefers the Enlightened brand. And where she lives, they have many more flavor options than we do. But for a half of a cup, 4 smart points, pretty typical. For the whole pint, it's 14. And it says on here, notice, on the back of it, it says, notice, due to extreme deliciousness, high likelihood of consuming entire pint upon tasting. And with nutrition facts like these, go for it. That's pretty funny. So they're encouraging you to do that. So this one again is the Enlightened. Oh, and this one even says to experience the full flavor, let soften. So we have, and this is what it looks like. It's softening it pretty well. It's not runny around the edges like the first two were. Okay. Good chocolate ice cream. Very chocolatey. It's very chocolatey. It's a tiny bit chalky. Just a tiny bit. Kind of like a malt. Chocolate. Okay, and then this one, I don't know what all areas have this one, but this is Bluebell, no sugar added, low fat ice cream, country vanilla. I do not know where all they have Bluebell ice cream. I don't know if it's a lot of different areas or if it's just around here, but it's a half a cup is 4 smart points, and for the entire pint, it is 14. And Loretta says I have to eat ice cream out. If I bring it home, like the whole thing, not get a brain freeze. Yeah, well, with these, you can eat the whole thing. So this one is more like the first two. This is more like the Halo Top and the Breyers. It is a little more runny around the outside. Good and creamy though, so it did so about 30 minutes sitting out is pretty good. And this one's just country vanilla. I don't know why country vanilla is less. If you like vanilla ice cream, that's pretty good. It's literally just vanilla ice cream. And Christy says Ben & Jerry's for a pint is around 52 points. Wow, so this one's 14 versus 52. Okay, I'm going to go back through all these in just a second. I'm not going to retaste all of them, but I did want to show you all this one. This is So Delicious. So Delicious is the kind that I used to get oh, and Connie says that Bluebell just returned to the Kansas City area. And Texas has Bluebell. Good, okay, awesome. So Delicious is the brand that I used to get from my mom back when she was still eating ice cream, which I should probably take her some and see if she'll eat it. But I got her this because it is, like this one is the So Delicious brand, and it's dairy free. I got mango swirl, but it is, instead of just being ice cream, it is mousse. So this one, let me peel my little number off to see what I can't remember the exact name that it said underneath, or it just says mousse. And Barbara, I did not get the Kemp ice cream. Barbara wants to know if I got the Kemp ice cream that Food City has, because it's only 2 points and it's made out of yogurt. I did not, Barbara, because it only came in a half a gallon. This is already dangerous enough. I didn't need a half of a gallon, but thank you for the heads up in case we were sharing. But this one I would get for my mom because, okay, so this is the mousse version, a dessert like no other, mousse that's creamy, fluffy, and dairy-free. Delight in a ribbon of mango swirled with a subtle hint of coconut oil and 300 calories in the whole pint. Heck, go ahead and spoon away. It's not just delicious, it's so delicious. And so, I don't know if you can see all the little symbols down here, but it is certified, let me see, I can't remember what the V stands for, but it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's kosher. Does anybody remember what the B is? I can't remember what the B is, but anyway, so this is so delicious. They have other flavors. Oh no, Carol's not a fan of ice cream. What? What is wrong with you? If you tell me you don't eat French fries too, I don't know what I'm gonna say. But, so this is for my dairy-free friends, people who, who don't want any dairy. So this one is mango mousse. It looks good. I can see the swirls of mango in here, and it did soften up really well. So let's see what it tastes like. Can you see the swirls? You know, see those in those swirls of mango and coconut oil? Mmm. Oh, the mango and the coconut together. Hi, Kathy. Mmm. Oh goodness. Yeah, I may have to see if I can keep this frozen long enough to take some of it to Nana. Here, let's just test this one again. Oh my goodness, that one is, whew. That one's delicious. Let's see what that says again. Mousse that's creamy, fluffy, and dairy-free. Delight in a ribbon of mango swirled with a subtle hint of coconut oil. Let me tell you, this one is 2/3 of a cup is 5 smart points. So there's another 2/3 of a cup, people. But the whole pint is only 14. So if I sat here and ate that whole thing, that's only 14, as opposed to, what was it, 52 for a pint of Ben & Jerry's? So let's see, I could have what, 4 of these? I could have 4. I could sit down and eat 4 pints of this ice cream. Okay, so let's go back over them again. Again, they've been sitting out for about, well, like 45 minutes now. So they're probably getting good and soft. This is the Breyers Delights. This one was vanilla cupcake. It is, oh, listen to this. Indulgence without all the guilt. We knew a whole pint of delicious ice cream could be 300 and, let's see. Oh, who knew a whole pint of delicious ice cream could be 310 calories? We did. That's because here at Breyers, we have over 150 years of experience, blah, 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 blah. Creamy indulgence, and it was a creamy indulgence. So this one is made with fresh cream. It has 20 grams of protein per pint. It is, let's see, anything special? 2/3 of a cup is 4 smart points, and the whole pint is 12. So that was Breyers Delights. Then we had Halo Top, which has been always been a favorite in our household. Halo Top, and it's the strawberry cheesecake seasonal flavor. A half a cup is 4 points. 1 pint, this whole pint, is 14 points. It also has protein. Actually, I think all of these have protein in them. It says good source of protein. Halo Top is one that's fun to follow on Instagram if you want somebody else to follow. Let me see if I can read this out real quick. Protein 5. So this one also has 20 grams of protein for the whole thing, if you ate the whole thing. The next one I think that we tried was the Low-Cal, which is a Simple Truth brand, which here is Kroger, maybe Meijer, maybe, I don't know, maybe. But this one is key lime pie. Very much so key lime pie. Very, very, very much so. And let's see if there was anything special on this one. Rich and creamy. Oh, gluten-free. So gluten-free, that's good to know for some people. And this one also has, let me find it, 6 grams of protein. So that means there's 24 grams of protein in this whole thing. So see, we need to be eating this ice cream because of the protein. And let's see. All of their smooth and creamy ice creams are utterly divine. And with 320 calories per pint, You can indulge to your heart's content. Yes, and this one also says to let it sit for a few minutes before you open it. That one was really, really good. Really, you know, that really good, you know, kind of key lime taste. The Enlightened brownies and cookie dough. A half a cup, in case I didn't say it, this is a half a cup, is 3 smart points for the Simple Truth key lime pie. A half a cup is 3 smart points. 1 pint, that whole pint is 11 smart points. This is the Enlightened brownies and cookie dough. This one is, let's see, chunks of soft chocolate chip cookie dough and chewy fudge brownie with milk chocolate ice cream. This one has 7 times 4, 28 grams of protein. Oh, Stacy, I haven't seen the Target brand. What is it? What is that? Is it the Marketplace or whatever Target is? I haven't seen that yet, so now I'll have to go find another one. This one was good. It was a little chalky. The chocolate ice cream part of it was just a tiny bit chalky. But a half a cup is 4 smart points. The entire pint is 14. Then we had the Bluebell no sugar added, which here there was only one flavor of the no sugar added, and it was the country vanilla. Normally I wouldn't just get plain vanilla ice cream, but let's see, it has 16 grams of protein, and it was good. I mean, it was good, you know, vanilla. It was good vanilla ice cream. And then the last one is the So Delicious, which this is a brand that my mom ate a lot of ice cream, and they have whipped topping that's really good. It's got a good coconut flavor to it. They've got coffee creamer. So Delicious has a whole bunch of different things that are all kind of in this, you know, coconut, I guess coconut milk, you know, kind of realm. But this was the mango swirl. 2/3 of a cup is 5 smart points, which a half a cup is probably 4, just like the rest of them. 1 pint, the whole pint is 14 smart points. The mango swirl in this, the mango swirl with the coconut, so good. So good, so good, so good. And Melissa wants to know, was 3 points for a half a cup the lowest in points? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And Christy, which one? The points, please, on which one? And Kathy wants to know, has anyone tried Chili Cow? She's seen it in the stores, but she hasn't had any yet. My Kroger, the Kroger that I went to yesterday, did not have Chili Cow, so I did not get any of it. This one, the mango with a little bit of coconut. Oh. And if you're a dairy-free friend, awesome, awesome, awesome. And let's see. Okay, yeah, and Christy said the Breyers was for 2/3 of a cup was 4 smart points. So let's see on the Breyers how much that was. So the Breyers is 4 for 2/3 of a cup. So a half a cup is 3. Okay, so these are the 2 that are 3 for a half a cup, and I'm gonna have to put this up soon, or all my ice cream is gonna be melted. Okay, so the 2 that were the lowest in points, the Simple Truth Low Cal and the Breyers Delights. These 2, for both of these, for a half of a cup, it is 3 smart points. This one is really good and creamy, and it has a little bit of like sprinkles in it, so it was really good. The Low Cal did not look like it was going to be as creamy. I think they do have lemon, Sandra, but yeah, the flavor on this one, just so tart, just exactly what you would expect key lime to taste like. Yeah, so I'm going to pick this one out of these 2. This one is really good. I'm going to pick this one out of these 2, but out of all of them, I'm down to these 2. I don't know why the fruit flavors have me this time. Usually I would pick something that had chocolate in it, or I would pick something that had the brownie batter, you know, or the cookie dough or something like that. But for tonight, these 2 are going to be my pick. The Low Cal Light Ice Cream Simple Truth. This is from Kroger. A half a cup is 3 smart points. The whole pint is 11. And the So Delicious Dairy Free, the Mango Swirl. 2/3 of a cup is 5, so half a cup would be 4, and the whole pint is 14. These are going to be my 2 picks for tonight. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And one more time, let me show you how to measure it. Please do go ahead and get an ice cream scoop. Go ahead and get one. It's going to be the easiest way to portion it out, unless you're just going to go ahead and eat the entire pint. And yes, Barbara, I think we do have a winner. Unless you're going to eat the whole pint, which you could do that. If you're going to do that though, please go ahead and record it. Please go ahead and record it and know up front that, you know, I'm going to eat this whole thing for 11. Let's go ahead and admit that up front. Please do not just open it, start eating and get to the bottom and then go, oh shoot, I need to record 11 points or whatever. It's okay. It's okay to eat 11 points worth of ice cream, but please just go ahead and do that with a plan. Otherwise, go ahead and invest in an ice cream scoop. Again, it's 1/4 of a cup, you know, for each one of these scoops, and half, you know, so a 1/2 cup would be 2 of these scoops. These are also great for portioning out if you're going to make an ice cream sundae. So bananas are 0 points now on Freestyle Smart Points. Way back in the day on just old points, I think a 1/2 of a banana was a point, so a whole banana was 2. So I'm super pumped that they're 0. But these are great for if you're going to make an ice cream sundae, you know, because you can just scoop out a couple. And sometimes I'll mix flavors. I'll do like, you know, 3 different flavors, and that's, you know,